you, Madam Chairman. Good evening, members. Jim Konig, the Chairman of the Convent Lane and Broad Road Action Group Clabrag, which speaks on behalf of residents of Braintree North. I'm also a resident in the Bocking and Blackwater ward. Tonight you will be voting on item 4, which includes the new cycleway currently being constructed on the Bocking and Blackwater Nature Reserve, which we are now told is to run from Vernon Way to Rivermead. We're grateful for this opportunity to be able to address the whole council in public to provide you with the evidence that this cycleway, as being constructed, should not be passed under both the pre-submission draft of site allocations and development management plan and also the revised statement of community involvement. The list of failings in duty of care, responsibility, accountability and mismanagement by both members and officers make for painful listening, but you've left us no option but to air them now in the short period of time allocated. We could have adopted a more conciliatory approach had members and officers involved not ignored the reasons we gave for ceasing construction weeks ago or responded to our request to visit with us at the site to witness the obvious untruths and failings. It is not being located where stated on the plan that was provided for public inspection during the 6-week public consultation period earlier this year. Its design and route has not been devised in conjunction with the Friends of Bocking and Blackwater. This was confirmed at their meeting last week when they voted to join with Clabrag to insist that construction is ceased immediately and its location moved. Furthermore, it is not being located on the same plan that was provided for member approval, signed by Councillor Lady Newton and the ward councillors Schmidt and Councillor Canning immediately afterwards in February 2013. In fact, it is being constructed at the location of a completely different plan prepared by officers dated October 2012. We will leave it to you to investigate why this has been done and the financial implications as a consequence. Councillor Lady Newton, Councillor Schmidt, Councillor Canning, Councillor Beavis and any other member are invited to view this documentary evidence now, immediately after this statement. It will also be made available to the press. This revised plan, devised by officers for Phase 1, apparently without approval, has already and will catastrophically change the character of the open space, be visually obtrusive, pose a danger to safety due to its height and steepness, involve the felling of trees, constructed seemingly without regard to cost, being built in the floodplain and unable to be used when flooded, and will discharge sewage into the River Blackwater. Phases 2 and 3, for which no plan yet exists, will similarly deviate from the route of the approved plan, with no doubt catastrophic consequences.
Mr. Konig, you've had your 3 minutes.
Can I just...
minutes, I'm sorry. That's the rules. No, I'm
Come
sorry. 3 minutes is 3 minutes. I'm sorry.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It is noted. Would you like me just to sum up, Madam Chairman?
It depends if anyone else wants to ask the question. Councillor Abbott? Sorry about that.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I think we've dealt with quite a few of the points raised by the public, but we haven't dealt with two substantive ones. And from having looked at the plans, I think both speakers were correct. Mr. Konig mentioned about the cycleway through the Blackwater Valley, and I think he's correct that the line we've got in the maps that we're proposing to agree tonight is incorrect. It is not where the cycleway is being built, and I feel we need to deal with that.
Councillor Abbott, I'm advised that as far as the cycleway, it's the whole site that's been allocated, not just the line on the map. It's not the detail. So it isn't really for discussion tonight. As far as the boundary concern that was shown, I think that probably is something that needs to be taken outside this meeting, because we can't answer that one tonight anyway. And our Chairman has said that all issues raised by members of the public will be answered in writing after the meeting.
No, answer the questions or sent to the inspector.
The questions will be answered, but all other responses will be sent to the inspector.
Okay.
So for me, I think the standard of the statement of community involvement is right. It's how we actually identify and listen to local groups and amenity societies which is the key to actually making it a success. And I think that's the area that we just need to concentrate on. If we have ignored anybody, it is the local groups. We haven't actually identified them in every single case as successfully as we might have done. And so I think if we concentrate our efforts in those areas, then we shall have not just a good statement of community involvement, but one that actually works. If you like, the policy is right, let's get the process right too.
But I do think that this, in terms of our consultation, is one of the most important documents that this authority can produce in terms of planning. And I actually think we need to congratulate ourselves on this. And I think if the inspector looks at the 1,600 representations received so far, I think Braintree District Council will be congratulated on that. So I think it's absolutely all there, and I think we need to congratulate ourselves on that. I'm not saying that more can be done. I think we do it very well. We don't always get those community groups going onto the website, looking at the ways that we engage and coming forward. So I don't necessarily think we need to beat ourselves about that too much. That said, through you, Madam Chairman, I'll be watching this document very carefully. Thank you, Chairman.